Hi everyone, welcome to my parlour, and today I'm here with a past life reading. A little bit of difference though. I'm doing a twin flame soulmate past life reading for you and your soulmate twin flame. I'm not going to go into who is a twin flame and who is a soulmate. That is for you to decide for yourself. I'm just here to do a reading for the both of you. So if you're in a relationship with a twin flame or a soulmate that you have the current relationship of a lover, then this might be a reading for you. If you are having concerns or questions about this relationship, this reading might help you to discover what might be the karmic reason for it. Remembering this is for entertainment purposes, it's not written in stone, so you can take whatever you want from this and leave the rest. You have free will, and so does your partner. So we all have a soulmate or / twin flame in each of our relationships and each of our lifetimes. The relationship may change. We may be lovers, we may be siblings, we may be family friends, we may be co-workers. The relationship itself can change each lifetime. So not necessarily the same as you have now. Does that make sense? So if you have a twin flame or a soulmate and you are in a situation that you're questioning, this might be the reading, because I want to go into who you were and who they were, and that past life may correspond to what is happening now. Does that make sense? Okay. So here I am in my parlour, and here is my twin flame soulmate past life reading. So first of all, I want to find out who you were and who they were. I did do an earlier reading. I'm contemplating whether or not I put it up because it turned itself off for some reason, some unknown reason. I don't know. I might put that up anyway. But this one, hopefully, will continue until it's completed. So who were you? These are my own cards. So who were you? You were an influential woman in your community. You were an influential woman in your community. Who were they? Who were they? They were a town elder, a community elder. So you were an influential woman in your community, and they were a community elder. So you both had influence within your community. Very similar, but again different, because you made rules, you made regulations. They sort of had respect because of that. They were elder, and Did you grow up together in this community, or did one of you come into the community at a separate time? So I think this was more of coming into each other at a separate time in life. So you met at this particular stage. You met when you were already an influential member of this society, and they were an elder, but I think they were there first, and you came in as a representative of perhaps the church, I'm thinking, and disrupted their community in some way. Did you disrupt your community in some way? What kind of relationship did you have? What was the energy between the two of you? Because I think you came in like a bulldozer and changed the status quo of this community, where your soulmate twin flame at that time had established himself. It was a male. You were female. He was male. He had already established himself as an elder, and tried to continue on with the older traditional way of life. And you came through as perhaps as an influential woman, I think perhaps as like a missionary or something else like that, or through the government system, where you wanted to change the status quo. You wanted to bring this community up into modern times perhaps, and there was a conflict of interest coming on through here. This is what I'm sensing here at the moment. There's a conflict of interest, a different viewpoint on how to live life and how to make an influence on life. Perhaps at the moment you might be an influencer on, and your partner, your twin flame, your soulmate could be wanting to stay with the traditional ways and isn't much concerned with influencing others. They want people to make up their own mind and things like that, perhaps. This is coming through here as well. There's no judgment here. This is just me saying what I'm thinking at the moment, what's coming through for me. Perhaps your soulmate twin flame at the moment is stuck in their way, and you want to change the way they are, but remembering you can't change anybody else, but you can only change your situation yourself and the way that you react to this person. This person may be, you wanting to change things, and they're quite happy with the status quo. Is there a commitment issue going on through here? That sort of thing comes through here, but I'm thinking you're more in tune for change rather than your partner or whoever your twin flame is at the moment, in whatever situation you find yourself in, and your soulmate. They are more stuck in their ways, and they're not really wanting to change. They like the way things are. They like the status quo. But you're sort of coming through and wanting to rock the boat a little bit. And that's okay, no judgment either on that one. But it could be causing conflict in your present situation, as it did back in your past life together. Now, your partner here was a very strong, determined person. They weren't going to change, and no matter what you said or did in this past life, they weren't going to change their ways. Other people around them changed, perhaps, with your influence. But this person, he did not change. He stayed exactly as he wanted to be. He liked the respect. He liked the lifestyle he had with his community, because they respected him. They looked up to him for whatever information he could offer. He was a community elder, and So I think it's coming through as in your present lifetime. Your partner's not going to change. They are going to stay exactly the way they want to be. And no amount of influential or whatever's happening here is not going to change the situation. The status quo is going to stay the same. So you have the Two of Hearts, the Two of Cups. But whatever it is, the two of you have an emotional connection that is just, you don't know. You have a connection that just defies the odds. People say, how come you're two still together? But the connection is, the emotional connection is just so strong. Maybe like some couples just love to disagree with each other. They love that push and pull. And sometimes that push and pull is what's holding them together. But they're pushing and pulling because it's a camaraderie of some sort. It's just something that keeps you together. And people say, what on earth, how on earth can you two get along? But you do, because that's just the way that you're built, and that's the way you've always been. So this sort of relationship has always been the standpoint of your relationship, and through many lifetimes. You're both very intelligent. You both know, you both acknowledge that it's a camaraderie that sort of, even though neither of you wanted to change the status quo, because you just won't be able to, because one was just digging his heels in. The connection is just so strong. It's just... Let's find out what it is. You've tried so many times to cut the cord that binds you, that keeps you together. You've probably had a few distancing times when you've just tried to distance yourself from each other, but you always come back because the cord that connects you is just so strong. And you've tried to cut it. Do you want to try again, or are you quite happy with the way things are? That's what's coming through here at the moment, but between the two of you, because the connection is just there. Do you want to cut the cord that binds you? Are you at that stage in your relationship where enough is enough? When you come to a point where you want to move on and he or she doesn't? You may be different genders at the moment. I'm not too sure what might be coming through here. But does that make a difference to you? Is there something that you want and you know you won't get it with this partner, with your twin flame or your soulmate? Is it time to cut the cord that binds you together? What might have been important then for your relationship? What was the most important things going on? What was important then that is relating to now? There was a lot of healing going on. Being the community elder, perhaps your twin flame soulmate was a healer, a sage, a healing man. Or maybe you came in, perhaps you had the same sort of healing, traditional healing versus modern science, medicine. But the healing was definitely there, and not just for the community, but for yourselves. So definitely a healing connection here, traditional versus modern science, medicine. codependency comes through here. We're coming back to this one, aren't we? You've always relied on each other. You've always lived your life as push-pull because you depend on each other. You can't live without that codependency. You can't live without that push-pull. It becomes part of who you are as a couple or as a relationship. How strong is that codependency? How much does it affect your life now? For someone so distant, well, not distant as in emotionally distant, I mean as in belief distance. The two of you just work. I don't know how. Maybe you have a genuine respect for each other's beliefs. You've tried to put your beliefs onto the other, and the other rejects it. Taken on board some things, but the most important things perhaps have not been taken on board, and that could be part of the issue for you now. There's one part of your life or one part of their life that you want to be on equal level with, but you just can't, and perhaps it's affecting you. How much does it affect you? How can you live with it? Can you live with things as they are, or do you want that change so badly? Yeah, look, there's just the connection's just is there. It always will be. It always will be. It just depends on whether you're better together or apart. What part of you can't handle the situation at the moment? But there's so much healing between the two of you. You heal each other's souls as well as the community and those around you. But the traditional versus modern. Sometimes the distance between you has led to some harsh words, things that can't be taken back, words that have bitten really deep. But it looks like there has been some sort of third party who has tried to smooth things over or to help you, to guide you for somehow. So you've had some counselling perhaps. Perhaps there's a need for more counselling. This is the Fool. This is the two of you. No matter how far apart you are, you always come back and take another chance. And I don't think that's going to change. No matter what I say here, whatever the cards tell you, whatever anyone else tells you, you'll always take the leap of faith and come back to each other. It's just... Okay, what is coming through for now? I think we've established who you are and what you're prepared to do, what they are prepared to do. Let's have a look and see what the card advises. Remember, take what you need and leave the rest. Sharing. Sharing the bounty, sharing your life, sharing your wisdom, mind, body, and soul. Sharing the light, sharing the dark. Sharing. That's it. I hope that was helpful for you and gave you an indication of why you are the way you are with your partner. So hopefully, I don't know, it's up to you what happens, but I hope this helped you. And until next time, so many blessings.